Hi guys, how are you doing? It is my hope that you are well. I'm fine. And I thank God for another opportunity that He has given me once again to be on the Vima Show. For those who are new, this is the Vima Show where we deal with the love issues, relationship tips, marriage tips, inspiring stories, mental health, wealth, women in business. In fact, there are so many issues that we talk about. We also talk about good lifestyle and all that. And so I'm so much excited today because I'm going to share about a very a serious topic, a very topic that has been asked by so many people that I should talk about. And so it's my hope that you're going to stay tuned. You're going to watch our video till the end. I've been posting so many videos and most of you have not been watching. Kindly go back and watch. Some of you have not even subscribed to our channel. Please, it will be a pleasure for you to go and subscribe. So go back. Please, can you press that subscription button so that every time we upload a video, you are able to see. And also, can you press the notification bell? And please continue supporting our content because it means a lot. You watching that video from the beginning to the end. Remember, here we always want to educate you. We want to teach you the things that you don't know. We want to teach you things that are happening in our day-to-day life. And so that is our culture here on the Vima Show. Please, you can share with your friends, you can share with your spouses, you can share with your workmates, whoever that you feel that they have to hear this topic of today. Please share with them and we are going to grow together. So thank you so much for always supporting our content. Before I move on, thank you King Studio for always shooting our content, editing and all that. We appreciate so much. So if you have an event, feel free to contact them. They do videography, photography, emceeing, DJ, catering, all the events. So feel free to contact them. They do an amazing job. So without much ado, can I now pop into the question and into the topic of the day? And today I'm talking about narcissism. I'm talking about narcissism. I don't know, have you ever heard of the word? Have you Googled the word before and maybe you have an experience of it? Or have you been in such a situation? Have you been dating a narcissist? Or have you had an encounter of a narcissistic worker? Or have you had an encounter of a narcissistic boyfriend, girlfriend, or even workmate? You know, there are so many things, in the day-to-day life. We come across so many things, and sometimes you can come across these people. When I talk about narcissism, I know most of you will take me back to marriage. It's not just about marriage. Yeah, you can come across a narcissistic worker, a narcissistic colleague, yes, a narcissistic boss. You know, there are so many people who are this way. And no, it's not just about marriage, but because here we focus also on marriage, I'm going to tap on a little bit. I'm going to dwell on marriage a little bit, but I'm also going to talk about in your day-to-day life, in your business, in your profession, in your career. Yes, and even as you relate with people. And so when I talk about narcissism, what comes in your mind? And I'm going to describe it as when one loves themselves more than the other people. When you prioritize yourself more than the other people, that is a trait of being narcissistic. Yes? I don't know if you're there. Those are my own opinions. That is a disclaimer, by the way. Those are my own opinions. The things I'm going to share are my own opinions. Yes. So when we talk about a narcissistic person, what makes a person to be narcissistic? Yes, it might be a childhood trigger. Sometimes it's all about maybe when you're growing up, you never had people to compliment you. When you're growing up, you never had someone to support your emotions. You never had that emotional support from your parents, from the people that you are relating with. You never had people who valued you. You never had people who complimented how good you are. You know, I know in our past, I know as we bring our children right now, we are bringing them up with love. But kitambo, our parents were not that way. Yes, ulikuwa unatukana, ulikuwa unafanyiwa hivi, you were beaten, you are really punished. And so because of those childhood memories, those childhood traumas, sometimes you feel like people never loved you. And so when you grow up as an adult, you feel the only way I can prove myself is when I ensure that I am up there, when I ensure that I'm going to be the one to be listened to. When we go for that meeting, I'll be the one to only speak, no one else is supposed to share the ideas. So that is how this narcissism comes about. You feel that maybe when you are neglected when you are a child, maybe your parents neglected you, they rejected you, and so for you to feel that you have to be accepted in this society that you are in, for you to feel that you need to be accepted in this profession, in this office that you are in, you feel that you have to prove yourself. So narcissism comes with you wanting to prove a point. You want to prove a point that you are the best in that working station. You want to prove a point that you are the best in that business. You want to prove that you are the best to do that. Please, mark this. I'm not saying proving you are the best, it's wrong. Please. It is when you really want to overdo it. Kuna that overdoing it. And I know you understand my point. You feel that you want to prove yourself so much until you oppress the others. You feel that you want to be the best until you start seeing the others as nobodies. And that is how you become a narcissist. So if I'm talking to you and you feel that is me, Joy, you are talking about me, you are talking about my situation. As I end the show today, I'm going to share with you how can you come out of that narcissism. How can you make sure that you'll change from being a narcissist to being a gentle person, okay? So I want to first share the traits that show this person is a narcissistic person. It can be your spouse, it can be your friend, it can be your relative, it can be your parents. Yes. By the way, I had shared with some of the people asking them about this, and some were saying, my parents are narcissists. Yes. Even when you were being brought up, they were narcissistic parents. Yes? And so I want to share about that. I want to share about those traits. And the first one, even before I talk about the first one, when you are a narcissistic person, there is this disorder. That is a disorder, by the way. And the disorder is narcissistic personality disorder. That is what you're suffering from. Or rather, that is what you've been suffering from. Narcissistic personality disorder. Any person who has these traits, we are, by the end of the show, make sure you highlight that. We are now going to call them as people suffering from NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. And so for us to say that you are suffering from this, the first trait that we are going to see is that they always see themselves as important in the room. They always see themselves important in the room. No other person is important in that room. If it is in a panel, they are going to feel that they are the best in that panel. They are going to feel that they are the most important people in that panel. In that business, in that office, they will always view themselves as the most important. In that marriage, they are the people, the spouses that are going to feel that my opinions should be listened to. I am the one to be listened to. When I give this idea in that family, you should follow every step of my way, or rather every step I lead you to follow. So they will always feel that they are the most important in the room. The other one, they always want to be adored and appreciated by the others. That is a narcissistic person. They don't care about the others. They only want you to they only want you to adore them. They only want you to appreciate them. Every time they do something good, they want you to, they are the ones, I don't want to say the celebs, but they are the ones to feel like, hey, you need to take a photo, you need to put a caption and then post it on the social media platforms. They'll be the one to say, hey, can you do this when they are helping somebody? Maybe they are giving help to, or rather aid to maybe a family, or helping a kid, or maybe paying school. They want you to capture those moments, and they want everyone to know what they have done. They want to be appreciated for the good job they have done. They want to be adored for how great they have been. So that is a character of a person with NPD, that is narcissistic personality disorder. Then the other one, they always respond unkindly to criticism. They don't respond well to being criticized. They don't want you to criticize them. They will never allow you to tell them that, hapa hukufanya vizuri, you are supposed to do this. They don't want that. They don't want anybody to criticize them because they feel that they are always right. Yes? Then the other one, they always want to associate with people of a high social ranking. They want to interact with those people who are great there. They want to interact with people who are people with vision, people who have great ideas, because they think that those are the people who can help them. And then another thing, they always take advantage of others to achieve their goals. They will always take advantage of others so that they can achieve their goal. They will always take advantage of their workers. They will always take advantage of their colleagues. They will always take advantage of their fellow colleagues in their professions, in their careers, in their businesses, for them to achieve their goal. So they are always egocentric, It is all about them. In fact, as I conclude here, it is all about them. It is all about them. As long as something makes them happy, it is all about them. Then the other thing, they lack empathy. Empathy is that feeling of you are remorseful, not remorseful, but you are compassionate about something. You are compassionate about someone. And so when they feel that you are in pain, maybe they don't focus on your emotions as a partner, as a spouse. They will always focus on themselves. When they are not okay, they'll want you to be empathetic to them. But when it is you who is suffering, they don't want to show that compassion. They don't want to show that empathy to you. They will always focus on themselves. And then the other one, they are resistant to change. They are people who will not allow change. And in literature we say change is inevitable. Change will come. Change in body, change in business, change in family setup. Change will always come. But these people that are suffering from NPD, they will not agree to change. They will never agree to change. We say that they are going to be rigid to change. Then the other one, they always blame others for everything that is happening. They will always say, it is not my fault. Kwa hiyo kazi kama baby business, it has not done well. You invested your money in business. They will always say, it is not my fault, you see. They will always be stepping aside to say that it is your fault. They will always be pointing fingers, saying that it is your fault. It is not my fault, it is your fault, I told you this, you did not do it. So it is your fault that this family is not doing well. It is your fault that this marriage is not working. It is your fault that the business is not doing well, It is your fault that the company is not making profit, you see. They will always say that it is always your fault. The other one, they cannot handle relationships or marriages. Now I get to marriage now. These people, if you are in marriage with them, that marriage will not work. There will always be conflicts. They will always want their opinions to be prioritized. They will always be very poor listeners. They will not listen to what their spouses are telling them. They will not listen to any advice given to their parents. They will not allow anyone to talk when they are there. They will only allow the ideas to be listened to and to be implemented. So these people are very poor in their marriages. Their marriages and relationships are not going to work because they only focus on their emotions. They only focus on their emotions and their feelings. And the other one, they will always punish you when you expose them. Now in a marriage setup, you are a wife, you are a husband, you feel that maybe, hey, Joy, what you've said, it's true. I have been living with this narcissist in my house. My spouse is narcissistic, I have been living with a narcissist I have been working with a narcissist. Every time you tend to to expose them to others people, they will always expose you. They will always punish you. When you want to expose them, they are going to punish you. They are going to say, oh, they are going to punish you in so many ways. If maybe they are the husbands and they were the ones providing for the family, they will stop providing. That is a way of punishment. If maybe they are the ones who are supposed to pay the bills, they will not do that, because it's a punishment for you exposing them. They will not allow you to expose them to their bosses. They are not going to allow you to expose them to their loved ones. They are not going to allow you to expose them to their families. They will not allow you to expose them to their business partners. Because when you expose them, they will always revenge by punishing you. The other one, they are going to use your intimate, your vulnerable moments, your thoughts, your feelings against you. Remember, these are the people that are very close to you. And here I can now talk about in a relationship or in a marriage. These are the people you've shared your secrets with. They are the people you've shared your past with. They will always, a narcissistic person will always use your vulnerable moments. He will always use your emotions. He will always use your past against you. They'll tell you, if you expose me, I'm going to expose your past. If you do this, I'm going to do that, And so every time you feel that this person is a narcissistic person, don't share your past with them. Because a time will come when they'll want to use that past against you, okay? The other one, they pretend that they have calmed down so that as they wait for, they will always pretend that they have changed, and yet they haven't. If you're in a relationship with one, and maybe you try to identify those red flags of them being a narcissist, they will pretend to be so good all of a sudden, because they don't want you to leave them, because they don't want you to expose them. And then all of a sudden, after a few, maybe weeks, months, they are going to go back to the same nature of being narcissistic. So always be very careful. If you've not gotten into marriage, if you're in a relationship and you feel that that person is a narcissistic person, before you say, yes, I do, can you focus on those red flags? And many times, they will always see when you want to go away, when you want to leave that marriage, when you want to divorce them, they will always try to be so good because they don't want you to leave. It's like they feel so good when they are oppressing you. They will feel so good when they are humiliating you and embarrassing you, because that is the next point. They will always want to make fun of you before their friends so they can embarrass you. That is a person who has NPD. They want to make fun of you before their friends, before their family members, so that they can embarrass you. They can embarrass you before their friends. They can embarrass you. And so they get that fulfillment. They are very funny people, by the way. They get that fulfillment from embarrassing you, from humiliating you, from abusing you, because that is my next point. That is the last point there. They will always abuse you. Abuse can be emotional abuse. They play with your emotions a lot. It can be physical abuse. There are some people here who are watching, and some people that are staying in that marriage that is abusive. They are staying in a very physically abusive marriage. Wanachapwa, they are being abused emotionally, verbally, and yet they are still staying there. Those people who are abusing them, they are narcissistic people, and so you can tell them that they can run away from that. You don't have to wait to die for you to know that that man is abusing you. You don't have to wait to see blood oozing from your body so as you can prove that this man is a narcissistic man, This lady is a narcissistic lady, because right now in this generation, things are happening. It's vice versa. It's not just about men. It is also about the women. They will always abuse you, I've said that, and they will never be remorseful. They will never ask for forgiveness. They will always be the ones to say that, I did this because it is your fault. It is your fault that I've beaten you. It is your fault that I kicked you. It is your fault that, so many things. Please watch out for that. And so, for those who are suffering from that, NPT. Most of the time you're going to be depressed. Most of the time you're going to have suicidal thoughts. You're going to feel like, hey, everyone is giving up on me. The only thing I can do is to kill myself. You're going to be the one thinking about losing. You can lose your mind. You're going to face mental health because you're not going to be okay mentally, because everyone will be running away from you. Your kids will be running away from you. Your spouse will be running away from you because they feel that you are a threat to them. And now, as I conclude, as I come towards concluding the video of today, are you there and you're suffering from that narcissism? You feel, yes, Joy, you're talking about me. Yes, you're talking about my spouse. You're talking about my sister. You're talking about my father. You're talking about my mom. You're talking about my husband. You can still change. There is still room to change. How do you change? Number one, by being mindful about the others. Mind about the others. Mind about them. Take care of their feelings. What do they think? Take care about their emotions. Take care of them, Think about the well-being of the other people. That is the first thing. The second one is be gentle with yourself. Don't punish yourself because of your past. Don't punish yourself because of what happened to you as a baby. Don't maybe punish yourself because you think that there are some childhood traumas, some wounds that came when you were a baby, and so they are the ones triggering you to act the way you are acting. Love yourself. Rebuild yourself. Go back to my video of rebuilding yourself and rebuild yourself. Think about the things that you love doing. Think about the things that your future that you want to achieve, so that you can now forget about your past. The other one is locate the trauma wounds and heal from them. Locate them. Can you look back and see what really triggers me to be a narcissist? What triggers me to always have that ego, What triggers me not to value my other people? I only value myself. And then heal from that. Then the other one, learn to listen to others. Remember, I told you that a narcissistic person will want to be always listened to. So now, because you want to change, can you learn to listen to the others? Learn to listen to your friends. Learn to listen to your spouses. Learn to listen to those people you're close to, your relatives. Learn always to listen to them. The other one, avoid playing victim. In every situation, when things don't go as agreed, when a business doesn't make profits as thought, don't play the victim. Don't play the victim. Also say that, enyewe, it was also my fault. Sikufanya hivi, I did not do this. It was also my fault. So learn from that. Learn from that and don't play the victim. The other one, take full responsibility of your actions. Kama unajua umekosea mtu, go and ask for forgiveness. If you know you've done something wrong, go and repent. Go and be remorseful so that those people can really forgive you. The other one, distance yourself from anything that triggers you or anything that might trigger your emotions, or rather that narcissistic spirit. If you feel, when I do this, when I become so sad is when I become a narcissist. When I become so, this is when I become a narcissistic person. So always do this. Make sure that you distance yourself with anything that might trigger you. Then the last one, starve your ego. A narcissistic person is a very egocentric person. They are the people who are going to have a very high ego. When you have an high ego, you will always believe in yourself. You will always want people to listen to your ideas. You will always want to be the one to make decisions for others. So starve that ego. If you feel that you want to rise above everyone else in that room, keep calm. Be gentle. If you feel that you want to be egocentric in that marriage, you are the man or you are the lady, na uko na that ego, you feel that, hey, imeanza kufika ile kiwango, please starve that ego. Don't feed it. When you feed your ego, it's going to make you to be a narcissistic person. Have you learned anything today in our video? If you've learned anything, you can even comment down on the comment section. What are some of the character traits of a narcissistic person that I've not shared about today in this video. You can even share your experiences. Have you ever had a narcissistic person? Have you come across a narcissistic spouse? Have you come across a narcissistic friend? And have you helped them to change? If you're there watching and you feel like you are the narcissistic person, you can even change. Follow the things that I've shared with you, and I believe that we are going to be good, and we are going to be good in our society. We are going to live together in peace and in harmony. So thank you so much, guys, for watching my videos, for always commenting. I love you so much. Thank you for everything that we're doing for the Vima Show. We love you and we treasure you a lot. Be blessed until the next video.